Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into an essential topic for all you cruise enthusiasts out there. We're talking about the worst cabins to book on a cruise ship. Whether you're a first-time cruiser or a seasoned sailor, knowing which cabins to avoid can make or break your vacation. So let's get started with a rundown of some of the worst cabins you could end up with on a cruise ship. And I'll give you some bonus tips at the end, so stick around. Number 1, cabins close to elevators. While being near the elevator can be convenient for getting around the ship, it also means you'll hear the constant dinging of elevator doors and the chatter of passengers waiting for the elevators. This area tends to be busy, especially during meal times and after shows. So if you prefer a quieter environment, it's best to choose a cabin further away from the elevators. Number 2, cabins under the pool. Cabins located directly under the pool deck can be problematic as well. Pool decks are high traffic areas with people walking, running, and dragging chairs around. You can also expect to hear splashing, loud conversations, and even the occasional thud of somebody jumping into the pool. All of this noise can make it difficult to relax in your cabin, especially during peak pool hours as well as the deck parties that happen later in the evening. Number 3, cabins over or under the theater or clubs. Next on the list are cabins situated over or under theaters or nightclubs. These venues are hot spots for noise with shows, music, and parties, often going until the wee hours of the morning. If you find yourself in one of these cabins, expect loud music, laughter, and applause vibrating through your walls, which can severely disrupt your sleep or relaxation time. Number 4, cabins near the galley. Next, let's talk about cabins near the galley. The galley is the ship's kitchen and is a hub of activity nearly 24/7. Noise from food preparation, the clattering of pots and pans, and the constant movement of staff can be incredibly disruptive. Additionally, you might also deal with strong food odors permeating your cabin, which can be unpleasant, especially if you're sensitive to smell. Number 5, cabins close to the smoking area. Another cabin type to steer clear of is one close to the smoking areas. Even if you are a smoker or just sensitive to the smell, smoke can easily waft into your cabin from nearby smoking zones. These can be particularly bothersome if you have asthma, allergies, or just a strong aversion to the smell of smoke. It's best to choose a cabin well away from designated smoking areas. Number 6, cabins near the ship's anchor. Moving on, cabins located near the ship's anchor can be a real nightmare. The anchor is deployed early in the morning, and the noise it creates is tremendous. Now, this only happens when the ship cannot directly dock at the port. For new cruisers, this would be a port listed as a tender port. Imagine being jolted awake at 5 a.m. by the sound of heavy chains and the mechanical clanking. It's not the kind of wake-up call you would want on your vacation. So be sure to check out the ship's layout and steer clear of cabins near the anchor. By the way, can we ask a favor of you? So far, if you have found this video to be informative, enjoyable, or entertaining in any way, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, we invite you to subscribe to the channel for more ship reviews, tips and tricks, and other fun cruise-related topics. Now back to the crabby cabin list. Number 7, cabins above or below the gangway. Cabins situated above or below or even near the gangway are also best to avoid. The gangway is where passengers disembark or embark the ship, and it can get quite noisy and busy during port days. You'll hear constant foot traffic, PA announcements, and the general hustle and bustle of people coming and going. If you value peace and quiet, these cabins are not for you. Number 8, cabins close to crew access doors. Cabins near crew access doors are another type to avoid. These doors are frequently used by staff throughout the day and night, and the constant opening and closing can be quite noisy. Additionally, you might hear conversations, carts rolling by, and other operational noises that can disturb your peace and quiet. Now, it is near impossible to know exactly where crew doors are by looking solely at the deck plans. However, Lisa and I have walked every cabin deck of every ship we have been on, pointing out the location of every crew door in relationship to the cabins. So, please feel free to check those videos out on our channel. Number 9, cabins below the fitness center. Let's talk about cabins located directly below the fitness center. While it might seem convenient to be close to your morning workout spot, there's a significant downside. Fitness centers can open early and close late, which means you'll likely hear the constant thudding of treadmills, the clanging of weights, and the sound of workout classes throughout the day. If you're a light sleeper or just want a peaceful, quiet cabin, this is definitely a spot to avoid. Number 10, cabins with forward-facing balcony or suites. Now let's discuss forward-facing balconies or suites. While the idea of having an unobstructed view of the ocean ahead sounds appealing, these cabins come with their own set of issues. The main problem is the wind. Forward-facing balconies are often extremely windy, making it uncomfortable to sit outside and enjoy the view. Additionally, during rough seas, these cabins can experience more motion, which might not be ideal for those prone to seasickness. Number 11. Cabins with connecting doors. Cabins with connecting doors might seem convenient if you're traveling with family or friends, but they come with their own set of issues. The main problem is the noise. These doors are often not well insulated, so you can hear everything happening in the adjacent cabin. This can be particularly annoying if your neighbors are noisy or if they have different sleep schedules than you do. Number 12. Cabins in the front of the ship, up high or down low. Cabins located at the front of the ship, whether up high or down low, can experience more motion than those situated midship. If you're prone to seasickness, this extra movement can make your cruise uncomfortable. High winds and ship's natural rocking motion are more pronounced in these areas, so it's best to opt for a cabin midship if you're concerned about motion sickness. Now, here are some bonus cabins to avoid. Number 1. Cabins with an obstructed view. Cabins with obstructed views are another type to avoid, especially if having a beautiful ocean view is important to you. These cabins often have lifeboats, structural elements, or other obstructions blocking the view from your window or balcony. While they might be cheaper, the lack of a clear view can be disappointing and take away from the overall experience of your cruise. Number 2. Interior or inside balcony cabins overlooking the promenade. Lastly, let's talk about interior or inside balcony cabins overlooking the promenade. These cabins don't offer a view of the ocean, but instead look out onto the ship's interior promenade or atrium area. While this can be interesting, it also means you'll likely deal with noise from events, parades, entertainment, shops, and other passengers in the promenade area. These cabins also tend to feel less private, as people can often see into your cabin from the promenade or the cabins across the ship from you. Now, it might be nice to have a bird's eye view of the entertainment or just people watching, but be aware that the entertainment can go well into the night. Have you ever stayed in any of these cabins? If so, we'd love to hear your story and experience. Please feel free to share it in the comments below. There you have it, folks, a comprehensive guide to the worst cabins to book on a cruise ship. Remember, your cabin can significantly impact your cruise experience, so it's crucial to choose wisely. Avoiding these cabins can help ensure you have a relaxing and enjoyable vacation at sea. Now, if you have found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more travel tips and guides. Until next time, happy cruising and be safe.